Hello then, gang, and welcome back to some more Boston Boys with me, Dr. Benji FM. Today, Wembley Stadium. That's right, Boston for the first time go to Wembley Stadium as the favourites in this playoff final. Of course, the winner of this game moves up to Sky Bet League 2, and it feels like it's happened very, very quickly. Shout out to the chairman and the board for giving me a little bit of a helping hand with some of that. But let's not take anything away from the team who have performed admirably at the back end of this season. You've only got to look at the results to see just how well we've played. The only defeats we've had in recent memory were those FA Trophy semi-final results since the start of March, where we drew. You can see there with Carlisle, unbeaten in the league, and that's the sort of form you want to take into a playoff final against Chesterfield. We beat them recently. 4-2 was the game, and you can see 4 goals scored. A very, very good performance from us, and if you can repeat that today, we will be crowned playoff winners. I was going to say champions. No, not champions, just playoff winners. The question is then, can we do the business? Team-wise for the game, this is actually going to be pretty tough. As we move a little day closer towards it, I'm just debating whether we put a central midfielder on the bench. I think we absolutely should. It's who doesn't play in that regard then. I think I might gamble with Harry Wright and just put Chris Lawrence on the bench and just hope that everything goes fine. If we have an injury to the goalkeeper, then, well, it's a disaster, isn't it? In fact, Niall Brookwell's probably a better option, come to think of it, because he can play at the back as well. Gives us a little bit... yes. Maybe Brookwell should play. You can play at centre-back or midfield, all the midfield roles. And then Harry Wright. I don't really want to risk it. I'm too scared. I'm a toffee. Ben Morris is on. There we go. Right, come on then, boys. If I look back on this later in the episode and realise that I didn't put a keeper on the bench and that has caused all sorts of problems, then I'm going to feel very silly and very sad. All right then, into it we go. As favourites, the team for today's game. In goal, Callum Burton. Never mind. Callum Evans will be at right back. Colin Thompson and Aaron Okuma will be at centre back. George Cantrell at left back. Ika Pozzo will be at the deeper midfield role. We've got Jermaine Anderson next to him. Ryan Alabusi on one side. George Penny the other. And the main man, don't care about what I said last episode, and Marky Fletcher will play up top through the middle for us today. I am excited. They then will be playing a 4-2-3-1 system. Up front for them will be Martin Richardson, who does look decent, I know from Leeds. Behind them, Charles Vernam, doesn't look too bad either. Players that we've got to be aware of. Out on the right-hand side, Jake Jervis, so I'm pretty sure I might have had at Thames. It feels familiar. And then on the left-hand side, who's this? They've got Jack Nolan, who again is a decent player. So good quality in the final third. Is it better than Ryan Alabusi? Maybe, yeah. I was hoping to go, definitely not, but yeah, maybe. Passionately say then I expect nothing but a win. And actually, no, I'm going to say we will secure promotion to the Sky Bet League 2 with a win here, so I expect nothing less. I expect the boys to perform here. Big time performances. Passionately say I have faith in you. Go out there and make a difference. Here we go then. Boston United versus Chesterfield, and I'll do the tunnel interview. Sure, why not? We'll go out and attack from the kickoff. We'll go out and get them by playing on a balanced approach. Okay, viewers, this is where things start to get a little hotter in this room, as it's at Wembley Stadium. In fact, there's a strong wind, viewers, which I worry will play havoc with the conditions. I'm going to go though to a 3D camera angle, and I'll tell you why, viewers, because it's a final, and why not? I haven't suited for it. I've got the scarf on. I look smart casual. Don't worry about it. Right then, first signs of anything will be a throw. I'm going to slow these down just a bit. I think in 3D, it's better to have them slowed down as Evans heads out to Alabusi now. And the first time we get to see him race at this Chesterfield backline. And boy, does he. Marky Fletcher with a big chance. He's got to score. Oh, I mean, it's a great save and then clears. Marky Fletcher, though. I mean, is he going to get a better opportunity in the game? I hope so, because he might actually score that one. That was unlucky, I guess, we'll say. Is that our fans behind the goal? We've not packed out Wembley for this one, but I hope there's going to be a big attendance, because it'll be good for the old coffers. As the ball's launched forward, Richardson's on it and bearing down on our goal. He shoots and Burton saves. Parries away for a throw-in. Okay, everything just needs to be calm. I'm a little bit stressed out, viewers. I'm not going to lie to you. Boston United versus Chesterfield. Half an hour gone in the game and still 0-0. Both sides having big moments, big chances, but neither side so far has put it into the back of the net. Gribben on the bench, of course, can come on. Cartwright's there as well. Attacking talent if we so rely upon it, as there's a final chance at the end of this half. Boney clears, and Robinson gets on the ball, finds Alabusu on that side. We know what to expect. The pace from him, the delivery, it's all coming to the fore as he goes for goal himself. Boney makes a good save, though, and it remains at 0-0. But you've got to say, based on the match stats, look at that. We are so dominant. 2 shots for them, 1 on target, 15 for us, 8 on target. Oh, I mean, come on, boys. If we don't win from here, next season's going to be sad. Really quite sad. I've said I'm happy with the performance. They're fuming. Of course they are. Fuming. Absolutely. Passionately say, you weren't that bad, you can still make a difference. One of them is now happy. George Penny's happy. The one player that I'm probably going to take off at some point. Anyway, back on the way for the second half. We'll go a little closer. Why not? As early stages here, nothing happening. The question is, do we want to play more positive? Is there any need for us to play more positive when we're playing this well? As the highlight after half-time is continuing, and that makes me nervous, because usually it means nothing's going to happen. He's shot. Okay, well, yep, fine. There's a temptation to go more positive and play on the front foot, but we're creating chances. We're playing well. We're having shots on goal. As Pozzo has picked up a bit of an injury there. It looks like a tight thigh. Well, heavens. Niall Brookwell is going to come on and replace him. Straight swap. Comes into the side. He's very, very capable in that role, so I'm not too worried. With half an hour to go, I will say, viewers, this week we're practicing penalties in training, so if it goes that far, then you've got to fancy our chances. 38,822 is the capacity. 17,632 away fans. So we've got a similar amount at the home end. It's been very nothing. 80 minutes gone. They're creating very little, and it makes me nervous to change anything. Marky Fletcher to come off for Cartwright seems like the obvious choice, but George Penny's going to come off. Gribben's going to come on. I'm going to stick with my top goal scorer, my main man up front, Marky Fletcher, and just hopefully he could be the guy to seal this. I wonder if this is a highlight because I've made a change, or a legitimate highlight, as Hope runs through on that side. Cantrell, though, straight in on him and wins it back and launches it forward towards Marky Fletcher, and we lose out in midfield. If something develops, I'll talk about it. I mean, the highlight is continuing. George Penny is running at goal. He's gone for goal, and that's his last action before his substitution as he claps his way off. I like to see it. Any normal manager here would have absolutely taken off Marky Fletcher, but I'm not a normal manager, viewers. Right, 20 shots, 9 on target as we get ever closer to the end of this game. I'm going to say, I don't know what to say. I'm going to calmly say you've been unlucky so far, and try and motivate them a little bit more. Our halftime team talk might have had a negative impact, so it might be time to turn that round. Hopefully Marky Fletcher, he's listened keenly as Marky Fletcher, which we'll have to do as we go into extra time. I just think we've been so dominant that maybe I shouldn't just rest on that and expect it to continue, but because of how well we're playing, I think we need to just keep going as we are. Marky Fletcher, I just need one more moment from him, and that could be the difference maker. Alternatively, I'm going to see who's better at penalties between himself and David Cartwright. I'm going to check that now, actually, as we get to the second half of extra time. My goodness. All right, Cartwright's got 8 penalty taking, which is not good. Marky Fletcher has got 8 penalties. Oh, God damn it. Is there anyone else on the bench who's got, like, good penalty taking? Ben Morris, what's your penalty taking? Like, 13 penalty taking. Could Ben Morris, in all of this, be the hero? Well, think about it towards the back end. I've got to bear that in mind. That, as a substitution, I think it's got to happen. Maybe even for someone like Alabusu, who I don't think is a natural penalty taker. No, 5 penalty taking. So we'll bear that in mind as we get ever closer. In fact, waste no more time, Benny boy. Morris on, Alabusu off. I mean, he can play the role absolutely fine. I'm not worried about that. It's whether now then it's going to go to penalties. It's going to go to that. I don't want to call it a lottery because it's the most talented technical side that usually go through, but oh, good dear. Oh, no. I didn't want this. I didn't want the whole season to rest on penalties. Ben Morris is going to take the first one. Gribben's up. Callum Evans takes them for us pretty regularly. Ossie Robinson, and then Marky Fletcher with a 5th and deciding one. He's our best finisher. I think that's my theory. Good composure, best finisher. Jermaine Anderson after him if required. Hopefully we won't need more than that. Hopefully it'll be job done. As we go to director cam, so it gives us the best camera angle. It all comes down to this, viewers. Oh, good. This is what we wanted. Morris, I brought him on to take a penalty. Do not let me down. I mean, it wasn't good, was it? It wasn't 13 penalty taking good, but it was in the back of the net. And now Vernon for Chesterfield to level things up. And he hasn't. It's a great save. It's the most casual pickup you've ever seen from Burton in goal, but whatever. Gribbin now to put us 2-0 into the lead. Callum Gribbin, oh, it's a fine penalty, and salutes the Boston fans behind the goal. Okay, now things are picking up here. Richardson for Chesterfield, who at this point it feels like already has got to score. Can Burton keep them out? Oh, he's blasted it in. He's banged it right in. Evans now, Callum Evans. He's been a pretty regular penalty taker for us when he's played. Can he find the back of the net right here to make it 3-1? It wasn't good, was it? I mean, he slid it under the keeper, but whatever. And now Rowley to step up for Chesterfield to make it 3-2. And they need this, otherwise they're in all sorts of bother. It's a good penalty. It's a very good penalty, as we've got another man stepping up. Ossie Robinson joined on loan this season. Can he score the vital penalty to help us get promoted? No, he can't. Oh, no. He's missed it. Nolan for them now. I believe he was left-sided, if I'm not mistaken, from what we did before the match. Can Burton get us back in this? He can't. It's a good penalty, and it's all level at 3-3 with 2 penalties to go. Marky Fletcher to score for Boston United. Please, Marky Fletcher, do not let me down. Oh, it went in. It went in. That'll do. And now, crunch time. Their 5th and deciding penalty. If Burton saves it, Boston are promoted to the Football League. If he doesn't save it, we carry on. Tilney is the player to take it for Chesterfield. And it'll be 4-3 if it ends like this. Or when you level it up at 4-4. It's time to find out. This is what Football Manager is all about. Tilney steps up. Can Burton save? He can! Burton saves it! And Boston United are in the football. Look at us there. Look, celebrating. Where's my thing? Look, oh, look, there we are, lifting it aloft. Oh, my dearie me. You can see me there with some absolutely beautiful orange. I've dropped it. Oh, no, it was a different thing. Oh, my word. That was terrifying. Way to ruin a moment, viewers. Drop the trophy. There you are then. I've done a Sergio Ramos as Boston do it on penalties. Can we not just win easily? I'm very happy with the way you played, boys. Well done. And we've had playoff heartbreak before. Not this time. I mean, we didn't do it in the easiest of ways, did we? Goodness me. Lovely old job. Boston United promoted to the Football League. Sky Bet League 2 is coming at you next episode. I think we'll do some sort of transfer live stream again. I know some people don't keep up with it, so I don't know if I'll use it as an actual episode, but I'll definitely stream it either here or on Twitch, or I don't know. I'll let you know tomorrow. But goodness me. That's what we're talking about. Board set initial budgets, transfer budget of 908,000. Again, we probably won't spend it. That's just a bit of a theme of this. Unexpected promotion, despite the fact that we were predicted by the media to get there. Whatever. And a press conference that we'll do. We'll do it now. Why not attend the press conference? Congratulations, you've sealed promotion from the... I can't believe we've done it. I can't believe we've done back-to-back promotions. It's so stressful, viewers, because you've got to realise, as someone who's making the series, I know if we don't win that penalty shootout, I have to do another season in the division where we've come so close to getting promoted. I mean, that is how clubs must feel if they miss out on in massive moments like that. And it must be such a kick in the teeth to not do it. Especially when you know a good side is going to get relegated, in theory, into the context of the league. And you're going to have to try and get that automatic spot or fight through the playoffs once again. It means, look, I know it's just a Football Manager save, right? But because I'm sharing it and showing it, it means so much more in that instance. Anyway, whoa, a wonderful feeling. Everyone's worked their socks off. It's an incredible feeling. Great for the club. Many people will be turning their thoughts to next season. I don't know what to say. It's back-to-back promotion. It's gonna be hard. And we're going to celebrate our achievement. We're not going to think about that. Marky Fletcher didn't seem to have much luck in front of goal today. Why do you think that was? The game is over. I want to move on. Jose Gomez, he's a great manager and a good friend. Don't have to talk to him anymore because I'm in a different league. When will you start planning for next season? We'll enjoy this tonight, but then the hard work begins tomorrow. Teams promoted through the playoffs system do not typically fare well the following season. Oh, look at it's positive Harry turned up. I think we'll be fine. I'm an ambitious manager. We're going to aim high and see where it takes us. As we go forward a little bit, I do want to just see who gets Fans Player of the Year and a few of the awards at the back end of all of this. New average attendance of 6,825. It ain't bad, is it? 1.8 million in the bank. So it's not a king's ransom, make no mistake, but we're positive. We're in a good spot, I think. It's really healthy the way the club is right now. And Harry Wright gets an extension for sitting on the bench all year. Congratulations to him. United beat City in the FA Cup final, for those that are bothered. I've not really taken a breath since we did it. Usually I cut these videos up. I feel like a lot of this video has been very much just a one-track thing, but oh, it's just stressful, viewers. It shouldn't be that stressful. All right, this is what we're looking for. The players inducted into Boston's overall best 11 squad. If we bring it up like this, then you can see Whitley is still the goalkeeper for it. Minivan at right back. I hope he's there forever in many ways. Statham, Akuma, Cantrell, Brookwell, Lawrence, Payne, Penny, Alabusu, and Marky Fletcher has made it in there after a fantastic season. It must be said, he's not played that much for us in previous years. In fact, he's never played for us in previous years. What am I even saying? 25 goals in 40 games, 27 in 48 appearances overall, a 7.25. What a step up from the Welsh Premier. For £500, we'll try and find him some friends maybe from the Welsh Premier if given the option to. And then you see that our end of season awards. Ryan Alabusu, wow, what a season. 74% of the vote. Hats off to him. 16 assists, 7 goals. A very good year. Built on last year. There was a time where it didn't look like he would do that, but wow, did he turn it around towards the back end of the season. And yeah, signing of the season, I mean, is Marky Fletcher. Yeah, of course it is. Gribber with goal of the season, and young player of the season, Alabusu picks up that as well. Season review wise, I mean, the FA Cup was pretty pathetic. The FA Trophy was a semi-final defeat to Kidderminster, and third in the league that ended up seeing us promoted in the playoffs. You love to see it. I'm just going through these like nobody's business. Manager of the Year shortlist, me and Ian Holloway. So, I mean, you vote now. If you enjoyed today's video, please do drop a like on it. Let's aim for that 1,000 like mark as that Marky Fletcher, that 1,000 like Marky Fletcher. I'll see you again soon for more then. We love with care. We'll expect you until next time. I'm very hot in the scarf, but I've had a wonderful time. Boston are promoted!